All right, it is Wednesday evening, 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 o'clock on the West Coast. That means it is time for Grommet Live. Greg from Grommet here, along with my amazing co-host, Marcy, McKenna, our producer, Jen, behind the scenes, and we are really excited. I think we've got 6 super cool items that all launched on Grommet last week. Today is the last official day of their 7-day launch week here on Grommet. So this is kind of a great opportunity to get them some extra upvotes, get them some extra sales, get them to the top of the charts as we close out launch week. How's it going, Mars? How are you doing? Are you on the road? Are we home this week? What are we up
We are
to?
home. I'm so happy. And I am right after I'm done here. I'm going home. My son is home from college and I get to meet his girlfriend for the first time tonight.
Ooh.
So kind of a big deal. But yeah, no, just so happy to be home and heading into summer. And my daughter's getting ready to graduate from high school. And so many of the products that we have are kind of like getting me excited for summer too. So it's, it's that time of year. It's beautiful out here in Southern California.
I love that. Well, I know you've had some different graduations things you've been doing. I had preschool graduation on Friday. My youngest is now done with preschool, going to elementary school, and my oldest today graduated 5th grade. So one entering elementary school, one leaving elementary school. Lots of laughter and tears and, fun times.
6th grade is middle. Is that right?
6th grade is middle for us. Yep. So,
Yeah.
yep. So, whew, yeah.
No, it's bittersweet. These when we close these chapters for sure.
It is wild. Heather, how are you from Tampa Bay, just down the street from us? I know we have a product that's from right down the street from us today here in Florida. So lots of Florida folk hanging out. Before we kickstart and jump into it, one of the biggest and coolest parts about the show is not only do you get to see some of these amazing products, and Marcy and I are going to break them down to you. We'll have a lot of the makers in the comments so they can be answering your questions and chatting with us. But Marcy, we actually give away some of these products that we're talking about here today. How can we win some of these products tonight?
Well, you are absolutely right. We have given away 2 products on every single Grommet Live show that we have ever done. So that's a lot of giveaways, and it's so fun to do that. You don't necessarily have to be live to win, but what we're finding is most people that are here are winning because we recently added something where you can double your chances of winning by being here. So if you are here, first of all, if you haven't already entered, you're going to want to use that QR code right there. So you just get your phone out, take a picture of the QR code, and you can enter to win. And what's going to happen is halfway through the show, so about 3 products in, I'm going to give away my favorite product of the show. And then at the end of the show, Greg is going to do the same. It's going to be his favorite product of the show. If you did want to double your chances to win, all you have to do is inside the chat, say one word, keeping it very simple. It is just giveaway. But if you want to do more words, you absolutely can. You can say, I want to win. Jen, our producer, is on call. She is watching it and she is giving extra entries to anyone that does that. And if you happen to see a particular product that you're loving, mention that inside the chat and you just might win it. You never know. It has happened before. That's for sure.
I love that. And yeah, I love the chat. When people are saying their favorite products, it gets us fired up. It gets the makers fired up. And so make sure that you jump into the chat here as well. And with that said, we are going to jump into our very first product of the night. This one, I'm so excited that we got them on Grommet. They were introduced to us by one of our really cool partners. And when I saw them come in, I was like, oh my God, like I definitely have to have these guys on because I've known about them. I've actually given them as gifts for years now. So every year, obviously I'm a little league coach. I have 3 little ones and I usually am the head coach. And at the end of the year, I give all of my assistant coaches a thank you gift to say, thanks for helping out and volunteering your time. And about 3-ish years ago, I started giving away these really cool mugs that were made out of wood baseball bats. They are dugout mugs, and they are so cool. Right now, I know a lot of you are getting to the end of your Little League season, your T-ball seasons, your high school seasons. All of that is ending right now. This is the best gift you could ever give to someone who's into baseball, big baseball fan. It's a real it's real wood that they use to make baseball bats, and they've cut out the middle so that you can, obviously it's made to, put some beer in. But my kids actually use this. They make ice cream floats in it, and they absolutely love it. I use it. I drink water out of it. I just think it's so cool. I have now a bunch of them up here on the shelf behind me. And absolutely love this. It's one of the coolest gifts that you could possibly give a baseball fan. And again, like my assistant coaches, this is what they get every single year. So if you're an assistant coach of mine and you're watching this, just know you're getting one of these. I'm such a big fan. The next crazy story, I think I was telling Marcy and Jen about this last week. For my 40th birthday, my wife and I flew out to Houston, Texas, Houston Astros, to watch the Astros in game 1 of the World Series. And we were sitting in the outfield, in right field. We were like second row, and we were there for batting practice. And, that's when all the players are taking batting practice. You're trying to catch a home run ball. I was trying to catch one to bring it back to the kids. And the guy behind me just starts talking, and then we just get to yapping. The founder of Dugout Mugs, and he's from Florida, just down the street from us. And we're both in Houston for game 1 of the World Series. And we got to talk. It was just so cool. So full circle moment that they are here on Grommet. But again, gifts for a baseball fan, for a guy, for someone with like a man cave or whatever it is, coolest gift. So Marcy, I don't know if you've ever heard of these guys before they launched on Grommet, but what were your initial thoughts on the old Dugout Mugs?
Well, I had not heard of them at all, but when you told me that story, I couldn't wait to see. So when I saw it show up at the package, I couldn't wait to open it. And God, they're just gorgeous. I mean, the quality of them, if you can, because they are really baseball bats. So they actually just hollow out the baseball bat. It fits, I believe, 12 ounces of whatever you want to put inside. So whether it's beer or, as you said, ice cream floats or whatever, I could imagine a whole Little League party where all the kids get one of these and they all, put whatever they want inside. But my mind spins about all of the people. I have someone who's the biggest Dodger fan on the planet, a female actually, and she will flip out over these. Just so fun. I think I really love different kinds of bar kind of gifts, and it doesn't have to be alcoholic at all, but just different ways to kind of host and hostess. And so those kinds of gifts, but also with Father's Day coming up, I think it's a fantastic Father's Day gift. I was curious about, just because it's such high quality, it's made out of birch wood, I believe, which is evidently what traditional bats are made out of. Greg, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on that.
You're correct. Yep.
And so with that, I was wondering, like, how do you care for these? And so I did look, and I love that they have a whole care section on their site about that. And so you do hand wash them, and then you're just going to turn them over to dry and make sure that the bottom is ventilated so that it can breathe and get all the moisture out of it. But that's it, just super, super simple. And then I was thinking, and so you'll have to tell me on this one, and maybe it's a silly question, but how fun to have this at a baseball game. Like, couldn't you take this to a major league game and have a beer in it? I just feel like, what a fun conversation piece.
I feel like that would be amazing. I have to imagine, and could be making this up, that they have some kind of licensing deals with, I know that they do have licensing deals with Major League Baseball, because you can go, unfortunately, Grommet's not offering this, but if you go to their website, you can actually get these. So on Grommet, we're offering the Dugout Mugs version with kind of their laser etching logo in it, which is amazing. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. But if you go to their website, you can get it engraved with, you can do any kind of custom personalization, so you can get like dad's name or your coach's names or whatever that it is. Parents is a great thank you gift to your head coach. But also you could get your favorite team on here. So let's say your Little League team was the Padres. You could get the San Diego Padres logo on here. It's so cool. And I think they have some stadiums or minor league stadiums where you can go, obviously, and like purchase these with beer in them at them. So okay. Super cool.
I love the tagline too. Swig for the fences. Perfect. Drink from a bat and swig for the fences. Yeah, super cool. And I love that the whole mission behind it was just to be able to have a way to celebrate the heroes of baseball. And there's just so much nostalgia to baseball in America, and I just want that to live on. And just this kind of brought all that back for me, because baseball is not, if I'm being honest, it's not a big part of my family. We're a big basketball, football family. But when I saw this, I mean, my son definitely played Little League, and so it just it gives you warm and fuzzies. And so I love this so much, and especially because it could be so gimmicky and so not well done, but it's the opposite. It's just very high quality, so nicely done, such a beautiful gift to give someone.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Such a great gift. Chris, the founder, I do want to say that he was a baseball player. I believe it was a minor league baseball player. When his career ended, wanted to, like, obviously we're all entrepreneurial minded, thinking of things, and what a cool idea. They do actually, get the wood out of all of this in house. They do all of this here in Florida. So again, super cool. Love the product. Good discount. Obviously with Grommet, they're $39 a piece, but with your Grommet discount, you get them for $32 a piece. Perfect Father's Day gift, end of the season, Little League gift. Grab a dugout mug. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the show and for kicking us off today in today's episode. So thank you guys so much for being here.
I saw, I just wanted to ask real quick because I saw Heather chimed in and said, OMG, I have 3 brothers that would love that. And so I'm so curious how old your brothers are, Heather, if you can chime in, just because I do think this is, it's great for a little kid and it's great for grandpa, like the whole gamut.
I will say, so when I give it as a gift to my coaches, so I have the bat and it's like wrapped up, and obviously my wife helps with this because I'm challenged in certain things. But we also usually go to like Total Wine, something like that, and get like a really cool 6-pack with it, that's just to bring with it, and it's always cool. Like they love it. So same thing for like brothers or for dad or for whatever it is. Super cool. Again, you don't have to be a drinker to enjoy it. Again, like we said, like soda floats and things like that are perfect in here as well.
You could fill it with peanuts. Just saying.
Ooh,
That's
just
what I
saying.
like.
Just saying. I'm putting that QR code back up. Yeah, hit that QR code. Oh, I did want to say that. So for those new to the show, use your phone, get out the camera app, hit that QR code. It's going to take you right to their page on Grommet. Here's the cool thing. You can support them today even without purchasing, just by giving them an upvote. It's going to help them, especially with today being launch week. It's going to get them to the top of the charts, gets them even more exposure on Grommet. So even if you're like, wow, that's such a cool idea, but as Marcy said, I'm a basketball fan. Cool. Give them an upvote, support them, help them out, help Chris and them get to the top. I believe they're around like 80 upvotes already, somewhere in that vein. So get them to the top of the charts. And when you do upvote, that gets you your 20% discount. That's exclusive to Grommet. It's the only place you can get that 20% discount as well. So we're talking Father's Day. That was a great present. The next one I also think is a great Father's Day present. It's great for, obviously, Memorial Day is coming up this weekend. We're coming into 4th of July season. Everybody's going to be getting out their grill. And I broke this out on my grill today. And I love it. Look, like you look at yours. Yours is the new wipe. Look what it did to my grill.
Before and after.
My grill looks brand new right now. This is so cool. So this is the Q Swiper Easy Clean Grill Cleaner. I went out to my grill today and I went out and just did this. So this is super cool. So this is just like a wipe, right? Like think of it like a bathroom wipe, a tissue. It's literally just a wipe. And on the backside of the little scrub brush here are these little doohickeys. Marcy's probably got a much better name for them than I do, than doohickey. But you put the wipe into here, and then it's got the scraper here too, which I love. So you scrape up some of the stuff on the grill, and then the wipe comes in. It gets it. I can't tell you how. Like my wife comes out, she's like, "Did we get a new grill?" I'm like, "No, like I just cleaned it." So cool. I love this. I think it's a great gift. I think, if you're hosting a barbecue this summer, this is something that you want to have, in your grilling drawer with your drilling, your flippers and spatulas and your tongs. Get these wipes. I'm a big fan. What do you think when you saw them?
In all honesty, I thought it was flipping brilliant. I love this thing because we have a barbecue scraper and it has the Brillo pad kind of thing like this on it. It is so disgusting. It is so filthy. And every time I go to clean the grill, I'm thinking, I can't believe I'm cleaning the grill with this. That's so gross. So I love this. I cannot believe it hasn't been thought of before. And the way their execution is insanely good. But yes, the doohickeys, as Greg called them. So this is a lot like, it reminds me exactly of a Swiffer for the floor. So you have the sheets like this, and the cleaning agents that are on top are all natural, which I love because we are putting them where we are cooking our food and we are ingesting. So I love that. And I'm being honest that I haven't used it yet. I cannot wait to use it. And from what I understand, the best way to use it is when your grill is cold and you start with the scraper and kind of get stuff off. And then this just cleans it right up. The reviews are off the charts. It supposedly works incredibly well. So I can't wait. And you do get, so this is the Q Swiper easy clean cloths, and you get 40 of them. And what I love is it's not just for grilling. I'm a huge cast iron fan. And so I do have an indoor cast iron grill pan. I've got probably 6 different cast iron pans. So I'm going to use the heck out of it on my cast iron. I look forward to that. I also love, with summer coming, using those pizza stones. I don't know if you guys have those. I love it, but gosh, that cheese gets on there and it's so hard to get it off. With this scraper and then this cleaning it. So it's great for that. It's great for smokers. There's so many uses for it. But the reason that they created it, I always love hearing the maker story, is the gentleman that came up with the idea, Paul, was actually grilling outside and he was barefoot and he thought he had, I think, got a piece of glass in his foot and it was really painful. And he looked down and it was actually one of those steel bristles from his grill cleaner. And I think about that all the time. I think about when I'm cleaning those bristles, like you hear that they get in food and it actually really causes harm and causes emergency room visits and all of that. And I always think about there's got to be a better way. And I love the fact that Paul thought there could be a better way and actually went out there and created it, because it is a safer way. Evidently, it's a much better way in terms of how effective it is. So it's easier to clean, it's much more effective, and safer. So as we are heading into barbecue season, Memorial Day weekend this weekend, and we've got Father's Day and 4th of July and just summer in general, how great. And if you're going to, I go down to the beach a lot and we barbecue down there, or to the park, and those public grills are just always, you just never know what was on there before you got there. And though we do try to clean them, that, it's never great, but to have this with you, it's so lightweight and easy to transport. And just to have a couple of these, maybe put them in a Ziploc and take them with you and just clean a public grate and you're good to go. So I think it is a brilliant invention. So Paul, thank you for creating it. And I know they are here inside the chat, which is always so much fun. Oh wait, he's saying we actually get 80 wipes with the Grommet.
We get 2 packs. 2 packs of 40 plus the brush. Yeah, with your Grommet discount, $26, and you get the brush and 80 wipes. And I don't know how much you grill out, but 80 wipes is going to last me a long time. And so that is a heck of a deal that Paul's done for Grommet, for our community. So again, not only do you get the 20% discount, but you get the extra pack of wipes. Super cool of Paul and the guys over there. They've been a big part of Grommet, I think, for a really, really long time. I know, and as soon as we came on a relaunch Grommet, they were one of our first advertisers. They've done a lot. Like, they are truly a big part of our community. And I'm just sad that it took us so long to get this live on the site, but I'm so glad we got it just in time for summer season, for Father's Day, for all that good stuff. This is a great gift, great for anyone who's outside grilling. This is the perfect companion. You need it right next to your spatulas and tongs and all the different things that you have. You definitely need everything that Paul and Proud Grill is doing.
And great little host gift or hostess gift to bring to a barbecue. And maybe put it in a little basket with some, who knows what, skewers or something like that. But I love it. I'm so excited to use it, and it will be our staple, no question, all summer long.
Absolutely. So again, get out your phone and that QR code that is on the screen. Just have your camera app, open that up. That'll take you right to the Grommet page where you can check out the Q Swiper. Give them an upvote. Today is the final day of their launch week for what they have going on. And Paul is towards the top, if I remember. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's about 6. He's in like 6th place right now. So like with a couple more of your votes, you can get him into that top 5, crack into the top. Paul, thank you so much for being here, being a part of Grommet Live tonight. Hope you're having an amazing launch week, and I can't wait to continue to get shoppers checking your product out all summer long.
I have a question for Paul, and maybe for you, Greg. You might not know this, but so I know that these are supposed to go on top of here, but are you ever supposed to use this without those, or is the idea that it's always behind here? And I'm thinking that the idea is that we're always using this, but I'm just curious. So if you can chime in the chat, Paul, that would be great. Because it is, I mean, this is a really,
it's really nice too.
Yeah, it is. So I'm just curious about that. Yeah.
Yeah, great question.
And also these wipes they have a texture to them. I was trying to show that I could imagine that texture really helps to get anything off as well. So very cool.
Yeah. Love that. Great product, Paul. Thank you so much for being a part of Grommet Live today. I wish you nothing but the best. And that is going to bring us to our third product, which will take us to the halfway point. If you haven't jumped into the chat and said giveaway or which of the products you want to win today, make sure that you do it, because after we go through this next product, we will be giving away one of the first products here today. Before we jump into the next one, Paul did chime in and said, don't use it without the wipes because it will wear down and then you're cleaning dirty with dirty again. And that's the whole point, right? Is, get that new clean wipe as you are going through. So yeah. The
So
goal
it's
is
that texture underneath that makes it work so well, because you've done it. But okay.
Exactly. Yep.
Got it.
Love that. Thank you so much, Paul. All right. Jumping into the next product. I think this one's really cool. And we all obviously, we are always talking about things that are good for the environment, that are good for our health. We want good products that are making us feel good so that we can live our best lives for ourselves, for our family, for the people that really need us. And one thing I think we take for granted all the time is just the air that we breathe. We know that when we're in a smoky environment, when there's maybe cigarette smoke or something, like, we know that's bad air, right? That's not the air that we want to be breathing in. But is the air in our homes and our offices and the places that we are on a regular basis, is the air that we're breathing good quality? Is it making us sick? Is it keeping us healthy? Is it making our lungs nice and strong? And this product is so cool. It is the Breathe Air Monitor. It also has a smart app. This is really cool. Marcy's got hers. I've got mine plugged into my desk right here. This is so cool because in real time, it is telling you how clean that your air is. And what's crazy is, like, actually right now, my CO2 levels, it's hard to see mine. Marcy's, you can see much better on the screen. But right now, it's showing that my CO2 levels are 749, which is in the yellow. So it's not red. It's not bad. I'm not toxic, but it's in the yellow moderate, and it's telling me to do something about it. And so it's really cool because it monitors 6 different points that we'll talk about more about just a second. And then it also has a really cool smart app that gives you all of the data where you control all of this. What I love, Marcy and I were talking about this before, is I seem like I know how to do tech, right? But I get so confused so easily. I love when I can just turn this on and it just works. I plugged in the monitor, and within 2 seconds, it was already sending me readings. And then I was able to install the app. They had a great QR code in their directions. And again, a minute, 2 minutes later, everything just works. I love when that happens. Christopher, who's in here, who is from hoping from the team, says both your CO2 levels are pretty high, guys. You need to ventilate. That's what my app keeps telling me to do.
I know,
which is really cool. So that was the next part of it is, I don't have to be an expert in what all of these things mean, like what PMI mean. The app just tells you what to do. Right? The app is just saying, hey, you need to ventilate. And I love that about the app because I don't need to be a scientist to understand this, because I'm not one. I do not play one on the internet. I don't think Marcy plays a scientist on the internet either. So that, I think that's what I love about it, is how simple that it is to use and understand and know what to do with. So Marcy, I know you got yours turned on as well. Tell us some of your first impressions and tell us a little bit about this cool product.
Well, I am officially in the red, Christopher. It just went over to 16.
Oh no, the red.
If I pass out, you guys are going to know why. So my CO2 is right now 1677, but I will tell you, in fact, Jen, do you have a pic? I took a picture of mine while I was in the car. So I had it on in the car because I was curious what car air is like. And you will see, I think I was up to around 2,500, which did scare 2,579, as you're seeing right there. So I've got a few red ones below there. So that's a little frightening, I gotta say. I was in the car for a good half hour or so. But for me, at first, when I saw this, I thought, when I think of the CO2 things, I know they have those alarms when the CO2 gets so high that it's going to kill everybody in the house. And so to me, that's like, oh, what are the odds of that happening? And so to me, I was not even that excited about this product, if I'm being honest. But the more I started looking at it and realizing that it does track, I think Greg said 6, but I believe it's a total of 8 different things that it tracks. And it started me thinking about, I couldn't wait to go to their website and read their blogs and learn about air. And when I'm hearing about why they're created this, that there are 20,000 premature deaths every single day because in the world because of poor air quality. And there's so many things in, particulates in the air that we don't even know are there, but that can really harm us, not just our health and our like respiratory, which is kind of the obvious. But what I thought was interesting about CO2 when I was on their site and learning about it is how it affects everything. Like it affects your focus, and it can make you drowsy if there's too much CO2, and just kind of foggy and headaches and all those things. And I'm thinking, that's the reason I'm losing my mind. I have too much CO2 in my life, maybe. But it really, that peace of mind that in your household, if you have little ones all the way up, the last couple nights I was staying with my mom, who's quite a bit older, and this got me thinking about her, and I want to get her one that's always there. Just in terms of, if you do have any one of them are elevated, then it just might be the impetus to get a good air filter in your place. It doesn't mean necessarily you're going to die right then and there, but it's, just kind of a wake up call that we're not breathing clean air and that we could feel better and maybe be a little more clear headed and a little more energized if we did have cleaner air. And so whether it means opening windows and ventilating or getting an air purifier or filter. I'm a big fan of the barnacle, the things that go on the top of the fans that we sell on Grommet, and that is a sort of a natural air purifier. So just being aware, if nothing else, this making you aware, and that the app is Bluetooth, so that it's gonna alert you right wherever you are around the world if something isn't going right in your household, I think is really, really amazing. So that, yeah, I just think what they're doing in terms of spreading awareness about the importance of air quality and how poor it so often is and how it affects us is really, really important. And for the costs that you're seeing right there in that Grommet discount, when that kicks in, bringing it down below $100 for that peace of mind and that you will always have is really, I think that's priceless. And so I think that's, such a low number to spend on something like this. And the app is included with it. And so, just would encourage everybody to take a look at it and go to their website and learn what there is to learn about air quality. And I'm curious if anyone on here inside the chat has any issues with that, or like, does this strike a chord for you that it's something that you need to look into in your own home?
You know what's super interesting is we've talked about the home, but the other side is the office side, right? So if you're going into an office building or a warehouse, or depending on what you do during the day, I think this is really important. So if you are the owner of a company, you're a manager, something like that, for $100 to know, one of the things that it talks about even in the Grommet description is, how breathing can impact your productivity or your health, like all this. Like if your employees aren't performing at a high level, it's not because the coffee isn't strong enough. It could just be because of the air. It could just be, is it a safe environment to work in? Maybe if you've been, having allergies or different things that you come home with, and you're like, is it from the office? This could be an easy way to detect that in a very affordable way. And Chris, I think, has put together something really, really cool. Again, super simple. You don't need to be a scientist to decode this. It's just like, boom, CO2 levels are high, or your HCHO levels are high, or obviously monitoring other things like the humidity. Like I'm in Florida, I'm in Central Florida, so it's always humid. But it's 54% humid right now where I am, like, which is insane. But that's just Florida. But knowing these types of things, you can start to make those adjustments so that you feel better as often as you can. And again, $100 for this Breathe Air Monitor and the app, all of that. It's really cool. As far as I know, like, I don't think there's any subscription fees. There's no monthly, there's nothing like that. It's literally just the device in the app. So, it's kind of all in one, which is amazing. And this is a really, really cool item that I think, again, whether it's for the home or for the office, the cool thing is you could take it to both, right? You could take it with you because it's just Bluetooth. So you take the device. Yeah, like you said, in the car, all these different places, hotel rooms, things like that. If you're doing traveling over the summer, to kind of make sure that the room that you're in is, you're not getting sick from the room. So much that you can do with this. I'm a huge fan. Chris, you did a great job. Again, I'm going to say it for like the 100th time, the simplicity of it. Mm-hmm. You turned it on and it just worked, and it showed you the levels. And that's what I love about it, because, there's a lot of people that, like, we don't want to decode everything to figure stuff out. And I think you did a really, really great job with that.
I do have a question, Chris, for you, a couple actually. And one is, so the other thing that was kind of elevated for me was the TVOC, which I believe stands for total volatile organic compounds. And so that can measure, from what I understand, carcinogens in the air, formaldehyde, things like that. So depending on chemicals, maybe in the workplace or whatnot, I thought that was really important. And I was thinking about how often mold, what a big deal mold is these days. And we had a leak not too long ago, more than a leak. And I think about that and I wonder, is there mold in the air? And I'm curious, does this detect mold on any level? Because I'm not familiar, I know PM stands for particulate matter, I believe. And then there's PM1, 2.5, and 10. Then we've got TVOC and then HCHO. So I'm just curious about that, because I would think that would be something that would be of a lot of interest for a lot of people, of great interest for a lot of people. So if that is something, or even if it's not, just to let us know about that. It does detect mold spores. Interesting. So which one is it, the TVOC, or which one are we looking at for mold? Curious. And HCHO is for formaldehyde. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, I mean, that's a world of information to learn about. And I just love that it brought it to the forefront of my mind to look into, because especially as I'm getting older and, this is so much more, so important. So for all of us at any age, but I love that I'm being educated on this now. So thank you for that.
Awesome. Love that. And one last thing I did want to, it is, USB. Sorry, I was trying to think of like the charging, right? Really simple USB, easy to charge. It came almost fully charged when I got it out of the box, and then just USB charger. That's what I had it on before this. I wanted to make sure that it was on when we went live. But really simple, easy way to charge. Again, great job. Chris is chiming in. Mold spores come in various sizes, so it'll show up in the PM 1.0 to PM 10 readings. Is where you'll find that. So.
There was a big issue at my son's dorm with mold, and all these kids were getting sick. I would have loved to have this just to really get an understanding of what was going on there. So I'm sure there's a lot of people where that's going to be really important. So thank you for that.
Love that. Great product. Can't wait to get more and more Grommet shoppers checking out the Breathe Air monitor and the smart app attached with that. Chris, thank you so much for being here, answering those questions, helping Marcy and I to play scientist on the internet. It's one of our favorite things to do. Go check out the Breathe Air monitor. Hit that QR code. Couple minutes or a couple hours left to get them higher and higher up the charts here on launch week. And hopefully we can send them lots and lots of Grommet shoppers for a very, very long time. I love that. And with that, that brings us to the halfway point of today's show. We've done 3 products. We have 3 more that we are going to do in the second half of tonight's show. But first, we have to do our first giveaway, where someone is going home with one of the first 3 products that we talked about here today, whether that is the Dugout Mug, the Q Swiper Easy Clean Grill Cleaner, or the Breathe Air Monitor. Marcy, you going? Am I going? Who's going first today?
I think I'm going. I think we're taking turns. I believe you did. Anyway, I'll go.
Anyway, you're going. Okay. All right, you're in. All you. Take it away.
Okay. Given that we are heading into Memorial Weekend, and given that I'm so excited about this, being an inventor, I do get very excited about any kind of product that is just a simple solution to an everyday problem that we all deal with. And I definitely think that this is one of those. So I think as we're heading into Memorial and the whole summer in general, I think everybody could use one of these. So I'm giving this away. And I just got the winner handed to me. And the winner is Katerina Tarantiva. Congratulations, Katerina. Our producer, Jen, will be getting in touch with you, and she will make sure that a set of the Q Swiper gets sent out to you. And I have a feeling you are going to love it. Can't wait for me to love it. I'm going to probably use it tonight after dinner.
Well, congratulations. I love that. And if you did not win, well, you can still win. We have 3 more products we're going to be going through tonight. Still win. I'm going to put up that enter the giveaway. Hit that QR code that's right next to me, and that'll enter you into the giveaway. And the second one, which I want to see you guys lighting this up, is in the chat. In the chat, let us know. You can either just say the word giveaway, or I want to enter the giveaway, something about giveaway, and Jen will collect that, our producer behind the scenes, or let us know which product you want to win. Like, hey, I would really love to get a dugout mug for Father's Day. Or you know what? I'd really like one of those breathe air monitors for my office or for my home or for my dorm or whatever it is. Let us know. It always makes the inventors really, really happy when they get to see that. So very, very cool and awesome. Let's kickstart the second half of the show. We've talked about a couple really cool Father's Day gifts. We talked about dugout mug. We talked about Q Swiper. But there's a lot of dads who are getting outside and they're going to go play 18 holes of golf. And you know what every dad wants to do? They want to hit the ball farther than their buddies. That's what we all want to do, right? Our ego wants to hit it farther than the guys that we're playing golf with. There's nothing better than hitting a golf ball far. And these guys have created a golf ball to help us to do just that. I just love the name. It's the Score Crusher, because that's what you want to do every time you're on the golf course. These Score Crusher golf balls, these are so cool. We've got two different colors. We've got the white and the neon. There's actually a real name for this, the high visibility yellow. That's what I need, because I hit a lot of very bad balls that shank off to the right, and then I have to go find them. And so the more color on the ball, the better. But these are really, really cool. With your big Grommet discount, takes them from $40 to $32. Great, great Father's Day gift. These are some really, really cool golf balls. Marcy, I know your son had an opportunity to whack some of these golf balls.
Yeah.
Would love to hear a little bit about his experience and some of your initial thoughts, learning about these Score Crusher golf balls from our friends at Big Golf. These guys have been in on our launch all week long. They're emailing every day. They're trying to offer bigger deals and all these things. It is prime Father's Day season for them. So big shout out to Big Golf. Marcy, I'll turn it over to you.
As I said, my son just got home, and he was, one of the first things he wanted to do was play golf. And I was so excited that they had just sent me these. And I said, oh my gosh, you get to be my guinea pig to tell me if these are really good, not so good, what'd you like about them, all of that. So he was really excited to take them, and he did. And the consensus amongst the players that tried them was that their distance increased by between 15 and 25 yards. Now, I'm not a golfer, so I don't know how much that is, if that's a lot or not a lot, but according to them, they were really shocked, because I do think in the world of golf and golf products, there are so many gimmicks, and you just don't know, it's just golfers will pay anything to get a better score. And so you wonder, is it really going to work? So when my son Jack told me that, I was so excited to hear that legitimately it did really increase their distance. But then I wanted to go on and read some reviews and see if that kind of matched up with what other people were saying. And sure enough, probably what I saw the most was about 25 yards was the increase in distance that people were getting in using the Big Golf golf balls, the Crusher. What is it called? Score Crusher. You're right, Greg. I love the name. And what evidently is unique and different about these is that on this one little teeny tiny golf ball, does anybody know, Greg, maybe you, I'm curious if you know, do you know how many dimples are on the typical golf ball? I looked it up. This is one of the things I love about Grommet. I learned so much doing this show.
Not a clue, but I did put up the Big Golf golf ball. So as you're talking about this, you can see all the dimples on the Big Golf. And so I'm wondering, I have no idea. I don't even have a guess. 100, 50. I have not even a clue.
Well, I would have thought that it's the same on every golf, but that's just, like on a baseball, is there a certain amount of stitches? I just thought it would be the same. But evidently it ranges from 250 dimples on up to 500 dimples, but the average is right around 330. And these golf balls have 392. And evidently the way that they're designed and positioned and the number of them has to do with what is one of the reasons that you're getting that extra distance. And the other thing that they talk about is that it's a low spin ball. And evidently that low spin gives you those longer, straighter shots, if I'm understanding it correctly. Now, this is me, not a golfer talking, but just kind of researching and learning and then talking to my son about it. So I think it's so cool to find something that I can legitimately say from him, he would have no reason to lie to me about that it really makes a difference. So how cool. It's not a gimmick that really makes a difference. So if that matters to you, and what they say is, the other thing is, because you're thinking, oh, is that cheating if you have a certain golf ball that's going to go further than the average golf ball? But these are tournament approved. So it's the USGA approved. So if you were to have these in a tournament, you would be fine with that. But they are designed, evidently they work best if you are a 10 plus handicap. That's my understanding. They work for anybody, but that's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah,
So,
love that.
cool.
Yeah, I was gonna chime in and say, yeah, USGA approved for all levels of play, so you can use them. The 10 plus handicap, low spin. They're also offering free shipping if you order
Mhm.
2 dozen. So a dozen is the price that you see on the screen, the $32 with your Grommet discount. If you order two, just change the quantity from 1 to 2. You do get free shipping, which is really cool. The other stuff, like I love when people and brands don't take themselves too seriously. They're able to poke fun at themselves. They are called big golf. So these are just big balls, right? And I just love that they're bigger balls with their more dimples, and like it's all of it's just hilarious. It's just funny, and check them out, test them out. And again, I think a great Father's Day gift, something great for the summer if you're going and traveling, playing golf. I know. So my dad is a huge golfer. I am not. My biggest thing is, where do you find 4 hours in the middle of the day? I envy these people that just have 4 hours, 2-3 times a week to go play golf. Like maybe I'm just 10, 15 years away from that when the kids are in college or something. But my dad plays all the time. And one of the things, like, he's always looking for stuff like this because he
Mhm.
wants to show his buddies, and then he wants to beat his buddies. And then his buddies want to be like, what the heck, Ed? That's my dad's name. What the heck, Ed? Like, what are you doing? Like, what'd you do? And, I just want him to go to his friends and just turn around and be like, I got big balls. And just all his friends will die laughing. It'll be hilarious. But this is the kind of thing that, again, I know golfers love this kind of stuff, and they're always looking for that edge, but they're also looking for something to, have fun with their buddies. And, the big balls from Big Golf are really, really cool. These guys did a great job. Huge discount. Take advantage of it. Order 2 dozen and you get that free shipping as well. Super cool products and great timing to get it here on Grommet.
Yes, perfect.
Love it. Thank you guys so much. And I did just look, they're at 99 upvotes. So one of you hit that QR code, go over to Grommet, upvote it, get them to that 100 upvotes. They're doing a great job this week. And I only see really, really big things for these guys moving forward. Love that. Moving right along. I'm going to set the big balls down and move on. I don't know. I got to stop. Moving on as we talk about big balls to dog poop. Great transition. My transitions are just on fire tonight. I love these guys. I've been going back and forth with their team for the last couple weeks, getting this product ready to launch on Grommet. And this is super cool because, if you have a dog, which I had one, she sadly passed away 2-3 years ago. And we're slowly convincing my wife to be in the market for a new one. But the biggest thing, especially since I have young kids, is, we have a nice backyard. Dog goes out to the backyard. Doggy does his doggy business. And then you have doggy business on the grass, right? Or on the rocks, or, just in the backyard. And with little kids, 5 minutes later is, Mom, Dad, I got dog poop on my feet or on my shoes. And then they track it in the house. So we want to clean up after our dogs. And hopefully you guys are, if you're walking your dogs around the neighborhood, you're bringing your doggy bags, all that. But in the backyard, I think this is such a cool invention for in the backyard. It is called the Poo Pail. I love it. I put mine up. I put it together. We have a neighbor that comes over and brings their dog over all the time to play with the kids. So I said, bring the dog over. I want to check this out. So give me a second. I'm going to bring this up on screen. This is my Poo Pail out in the backyard. You can see all of our nice pool accessories. I got the beautiful teal color. It's essentially, as simple as it is, it's a garbage can for your dog poo. And I love it because I'm not having to put it in, an outside garbage can with other stuff, with food, with the grill items, things like that. It just works by itself, which is really cool. Was really easy to put together. Was able to do it in just a couple minutes. And just a really, really cool invention. I'm going to get this back up on the screen. Marcy, I know that you got yours as well. So would love to just hear a little bit about the Poo Pail and, all of your dog poo adventures here
Well,
that we're talking about today.
I do have a lot of dog poo adventures, I have to say. I have my dog Coco, my black lab, and we do live on an island where there are lots of dogs. And there are some people that don't pick up their own dogs, and we end up picking it up for them. And there's a spot on the side of our house where we would just take the bags and put them there, and then eventually they go into the trash. But when I got this, I was so excited, and you just saw Greg's right there. I got the sand color, which I really love. So it's just, very basic neutral color. And it comes with these tools to make it easy to pick up. But I love that it is a dedicated place where we can just put it. It's sealed shut. In fact, it can stay inside that poo pail for up to a week. And so you can put it in there and then just all at once go dump it. So you're not, going back and forth and all of that. So it's just a dedicated, easy way to keep it put away every time. Because even when we put it in our regular trash, when I open it, I would smell it. Not fun. But with the poop pail, it's just separate. And it's, we have raccoons and things in our neighborhood too. And if the kids accidentally leave a little baggie out, that is just not fun. So this kind of solves all those problems in one. It's really nicely designed. It's very, very high quality. A big part of what I love about what they do is that the bags, the liners that you put inside are biodegradable and combustible. I'm sorry, compostable. So that's always nice. And I think about all those little bags that you see everywhere, and I think about the environment with that. So I love that they have thought of that and solved that problem. It also, I believe it comes with, and Greg, correct me if I'm wrong, does it come with the little bone that holds the little minis? I think it does, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Does it come
I'm checking.
with that?
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Because same thing. So these are biodegradable. So it's, you're doing good for the environment. We do have those little stations around where we live, but I don't believe the bags that are in there are biodegradable. So I get nervous about that. The liner bags are. Sandy's in the chat. Sandy, thank you for being here. And thank you for inventing this. My gosh, what a great solution for so many people. And especially if you have multiple dogs. And I just have the one, but I can imagine this being such a huge help if you have multiple dogs that you are dealing with, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. And I love all the colors too, the orange and the really fun colors. I got to choose I went a little bit boring, but I thought it was kind of pretty, kind of went with our house. So that's why I did that.
Yeah, actually 7 different colors that we have available through Grommet. We have the gray, the teal. The teal is the one that I chose. The gray is the one, or you have the sand, correct? So you have the sand. I have the teal, but there's also gray, green, blue, orange, and purple. So to match whatever theme that you have, maybe you have the Charm Dana from last week and a purple, and now you need to have the purple poop pail to match and go together. Maybe whatever in your backyard, the side of your home, whatever you're doing with this. And yeah, Sandy has done an incredible job. The other stuff that I really loved is there is a little bit of assembly that comes with it, but they have this amazing set of directions. I think here I do. These amazing directions with a giant, my favorite thing in the world, QR code. Goes to a YouTube video, and it literally walked me, and I am not the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to putting things together. I was able to put this together in less than 5 minutes, super quick and easy. Just really, really great job of how they did this. I love all of the branding, all the photos. They did such a good job with this, making it really easy for you guys. I love just, you saw in some of the pictures, I'm going to pull up, as I'm talking about this, I'm going to pull up their Grommet listing really quick, because I think this is important, is, this picture on the left here, this green, or in the top right, the green one, this is how it sits kind of, as you saw on my patio, it kind of sits like this. But because of the way that it works with these arms, when you're going to pick up the dog poo, you can lay it on its side, and you can just use either the rake or kind of like the shovel and just get it right into the pail, which is really cool. I love the design of that because you're not having to pick it up. You're able to just, I just use the rake, which is the one that I have in my hand, and just rake it right in. And then you can stand the poo pail back up. And then, for us, garbage day is on Friday. So every Friday, I can just take that bag, tie it on up, and bring it out to the garbage can. So I thought that was just really cool, very smart way that they designed this. So again, multi-purpose, multifunction, and then it looks cool, right? It doesn't look, like something that's going to stand out. It doesn't look like a garbage can. Like, it's just, you guys did such a good job. Love this product. Huge Grommet discount, guys. Sandy is hooking you guys up. $129 retail if you go to the Poop Pail website. But today, and if you go through Grommet, you hit that QR code, you give them an upvote. They're also at 98 upvotes. So I need 2 of you right now, this second. Hit that QR code, head on over to the Grommet, give them an upvote, get them over 100. Brings it to only $103.20. Really, really cool. Great job, Sandy. I love what you've done here. And for all my dog lovers out there, this is something you want in your backyard, so you keep your yard clean, looking good, and you're not having to race, to the garbage every, couple minutes.
And just the fact that because it's so nicely designed, and how it tilts, and how she includes all these accessories, the fact that you don't have to bend over and kneel down and squat to pick it up. It's just so easy to do. Kind of reminds me of the little sweepers at the movie theaters, the little the dustpan, and so it makes it so easy. And I just anytime you can make something like that easy, I'm all about it.
Yeah,
It's
and this is
not a
what
fun
you were
tool.
talking about, this cute little dog bone here. I love this with the, the little latch here that you can throw onto your keys or in the patio or wherever that you are. Super cute, or right to the poop pail.
I
Um,
keep it on Coco's leash.
Even
It
better. Love it.
perfect.
You
Go
guys
with
did
my
such a good job. I love this. I hope we send a ton of pet shoppers your way. Thanks for being a part of Launch Week here on Grommet and Grommet Live. Love this product. And thank you guys so much. Really, really cool. Which brings us into our final product of the day. It's about time that Greg needs a glass of wine or a glass of whiskey, as I was reading about this Irish whiskey part that we're talking about now. But everybody needs to wind down at the end of a busy day, a busy week. These are so cool. These are wine jigsaw puzzles. They have done such a cool job making puzzles cool when you're having a glass of wine and you want to learn about different things. These are gorgeous. They're so cool. Marcy, you're going to talk about it, and then I'm going to pick mine up and show mine as well. But such a cool product here.
Well, and I have to tell you, I do love puzzles. My whole family loves puzzles. Every holiday we do a puzzle. My son Colin is just, in fact, we're doing a big Disneyland puzzle right now. So there's always a puzzle going in my house. So when I saw that these were coming and I was seeing that it was combining two of my favorite things, puzzles, which for me, it's just some of the most special, memorable family time is doing a puzzle. Because there's something about when you're concentrating on something, I find that my kids actually start opening up about stuff. Like when they're working, they're not necessarily giving eye contact because they're busy, but it's amazing the conversation that comes out during a puzzle. So I think it is some of the best family time you can spend is doing puzzles. So I was so excited because I don't think we've done one yet, at least that I know of on Grommet, or at least on Grommet Live. But this one is so beautifully done, and it combines the world of puzzles and family time with something I love, which is wine. And so there is the California wine. The one I was just holding up is the whiskey one. So they do, I think, beer, wine, whiskey, but so it's not just, it shows the region. Like, of course, this is Ireland. So you're learning as you're doing the puzzle, you're learning about all the different regions and where things are made. But then if you look at the back right here, in each puzzle, you're also learning things like how to taste whiskey and the different kinds of glasses you can use. And then there's food pairings, and it's about all the different regions. And so it is, choose the right glass, study the whiskey color, turn your glass to smell. So I love that it's something that is, again, multi-purpose, but just it's an experience. So beyond just doing the puzzle, it has so many things in it that, like, even this is a stand to put this on. So you're actually looking, like, we've thought of everything with this set, and it's just so high quality, so beautifully done. The artwork itself is stunning. And I don't know, the colors, everything about it is so pretty. And when you look at the puzzle pieces themselves, and I know you're not going to be able to see this through the camera, but there's sort of like a velvety finish to them. So it's not that high gloss kind of cheap looking puzzle. It's a very rich, and of course I have not done it yet, but it's one of those that I would imagine you'd almost like want to frame, because first of all, the content of what's in it is so cool to learn about, but then it's such beautiful, high quality. Each individual puzzle piece is so high quality. Now these are, each one is 1,000 pieces. So for me, it's a bit much. It's going to take me a while. We're used to the 500 to the 750, but I'm ready to step it up and do one of these. But I love that, to me, this is such, and I always say it's a fun gift because I love giving gifts. And just anyone in your life that is a wine enthusiast or loves to travel, because it is all the different regions sort of around the world, I think this is such a fun, outside the box, no pun intended, gift to give. I think it's, and how fun to pair it with a bottle of whiskey or pair it with a bottle of wine. It's wonderful. And I was so happy to see, because I knew it was coming, and was just so happy to see that the quality and the art, everything about it was so beautiful. Because to me, that's when the gift becomes even more special, is when the execution of it is as gorgeous as this one is. So I really love this. I was so happy to see it on Grommet. The other thing I I believe that the people who created it are actual sommeliers themselves. So I think that was super cool that they have that authentic, genuine knowledge that they're sharing with all of us. And then actual true artists do all of the illustrations. So sommeliers and artists coming together to create puzzles that create memories and experiences that stay with you. They're just, I don't know. I've always loved puzzles, so I'm a
Super
fan for
cool.
sure.
Yeah, and women owned, made right here in the USA. They do such a cool job. I did want to show the Grommet site really quick because I want to show you guys all the cool different regions that you can select. So first, when you hit that QR code, head on over to Grommet. You can see, the puzzle being made, lots of different things here. But when you come over here, from Water and Wines, here are the ones that we have just for you guys. We have Italy, we've got France, we've got Ireland, which is the one that we've been showing with the Irish whiskey. We got a champagne puzzle. We've got a California puzzle, which is a California wines puzzle. I'm assuming Kentucky and Tennessee is going to be your bourbons. We've got Spain, and then we also have the periodic table of wine. When you click on these, you can see that this thumbnail changes, so you can kind of, it's hard to see probably depending on the computer you're on, but if you're on the Grommet's website, you can see all of these, what they look like, the colors that they are, and you can check all of these out. And when you upvote, you get 20% off. That's a big discount on a $50 item. That's $10 off, taking it to all the way to $40. Guys, this is so cool. You can see a lot of these images here. I'm going to pull these up. Like, how fun does this look to put together? Did such a cool job. This is a great, girls' night, something. If you're having, friends over, have a couple. I mean, the whole point, have a couple glasses of wine, put together a puzzle. How cool is that? Doing it yourself, however you want to do that. But they did such a really cool job here. And yeah, as Marcy said, like such a cool gift item. I'm going to take that off and pull us back on screen, but so cool.
Yeah, this one is Italy, and I was just looking up close. I mean, just the detail in the artwork is, it is so exquisite. It really is. And so you are learning the different regions, you're learning the different varietals and grapes, and it's just making me want to go to Italy. I'm ready.
Me too. I love it. Well, great stuff. Hit that QR code. Go check out Water and Wines. So thankful that you guys launched here on Grommet. Hope you sell a ton of puzzles. Hit that QR code. Go support them. I think they're in the top 5 right now this week. They are doing such a good job here on launch week. Everybody is loving this product. I guess we could all use that glass of wine on a Thursday, Friday afternoon. So great job, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the Grommet. And that brings us to the final giveaway of the evening. If you're just joining us, let us know which product you want to win. We're doing one more giveaway. I'm going to pick my product that I am going to be giving away. And you know what? I'm gonna make someone's afternoon and get you one of these wine puzzles because I think they're so cool. Again, I just think the attention to detail, the artistry, everything that went into it. I'm a sucker for good packaging. I know, Marcy, you are too. Every inch of the box is used like perfectly. Between when you open the box, there was the, all the information, just the colors, the stuff that's on the, again, they did it up to a T, and I love the attention to detail. Something that I really, truly love. So let's give away one of these. When you reach out to Jen, our producer, just let her know which one you want. Head on over to the Grommet. Make sure you upvote them. And then when you do click that buy button, you'll see all the different puzzles that you can select from. Select the cool one that you want. Marcy, I think you have the winner over there. Who is going home with the wine jigsaw puzzle?
I do have the winner, and I always love when we get to give something away to a Grommet maker, and that is the case today. And she is actually inside the chat, and it is Sandy Stinson, the creator of the Poo Pail. I think after dealing with all that poo that you deal with every day,
with all that poo, wine and relax. I love that. That's amazing.
Sandy. And Sandy, we'd love to hear in the chat which wine or which region, because it could be whiskey, beer, whatever. I'm so curious which one you're going to pick. And of course, Jen's paying attention. So why don't you go ahead and put it in the chat, and then she'll make sure that it gets sent out to you right away. And then of course, we're going to put a time on it that you have to have it finished by and send us the picture. Pressure is on.
I love that. As she's doing that, as we wrap up here, every single Wednesday night, Marcy and I are live right here on Grommet's Facebook, Grommet's YouTube, as well as some of Marcy's channels, my channels. We have a party every single Wednesday. You can watch all of the back episodes on Grommet's YouTube channel, Grommet's Facebook channel, as well as thegrommet.com. Check out the blog. We have all the clips hundreds of them now. It's
We
insane how
do.
many of these that we have done. You can check out all of them. Marcy, I know you have a couple special shows coming up in addition to the Wednesday shows. I know we have a big Father's Day show coming up. What else do you have going on? What does everybody need to know about before we head off today?
I have to remember, and Jen, the date, June 4th. Okay. I get all my dates mixed up, but I am so excited for the Father's Day. You guys have to understand how fun these shows are for me, because I get to actually scour the Grommet website and pick my favorites and reach out to all of these brands and tell them how much I love their products. So picking out, I mean, Grommet is filled with Father's Day gifts. I got to tell you, because that I could not decide. There's so many. So we have a really cool show coming up for Father's Day, and that's going to be on June 4th. And that is at the same time, the 6 o'clock on the West Coast and 9 o'clock on the East Coast. So I hope you guys join me for that, to do a little shopping for whether it's your own dad or somebody else's or a grandpa. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think you'll be very excited about all the products that we're going to feature for that. And then in July, do we have the date on the July one yet? I can't remember what it is. We'll be getting back to, but I'm maybe just as excited for this one too. And because it's all about outdoor entertaining, and I love outdoor entertaining. So whether it's at home or at the beach, so not only things like grilling and the obvious, but games and decor and all of that fun stuff. So that's going to be on June 25th. And again, same time, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock East Coast. So I hope you guys join me for that. You're going to love all of these products. And of course, it's always so fun when the makers are here in the chat and you get to give them virtual high fives and ask them questions and things. So definitely join us for that. And then Greg and I are back next week, same time, same place.
Same time, same place. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.